Welcome back to another episode of Absolutely Nothing Pat.
That
sounded. That was like.
I'm not restarting. Also, I'm not restarting.
Guy rips one bong and all of a sudden can't talk anymore. Welcome back to another episode of Absolutely Nothing Podcast. Steve the Plum Gribe is here along with my colleagues.
Michael, real Anne Hathaway Sorosky.
And Eric, the pterodactyl dumbbell.
You guys both almost stuttered too. You guys are both like...
It's been a while since we've done this.
I know. I was just so happy you both were a little like not perfect on the way in either.
Yeah, I'll mix in some mistakes just for you.
Yeah. But, so yeah, the year is coming to an end now. Literally almost a few days away. So we thought that we would do a best of 2018 type episode.
So maybe we'll go through a couple categories of the best things of 2018, but the end, the dessert, if you stay all the way through, will be a follow-up to our very popular ANP Man of the Year award. Yeah. And also our ANP Most Improved Man of the Year award, which last year got pretty controversial, if you guys remember. The year before was a clear runaway. And then this year we'll see what happens.
Yeah, 2016 was a Dumb Loud special. Everyone knows. We don't even have to discuss. 2017 a little more controversial.
Not controversial at all.
With the Most Improved.
Most Improved is like you're thinking of Most Improved and like Man of the Year is too close in comparison. They're like they should be treated completely differently.
Completely separate categories.
Like they're completely like Most Improved might not even be close to Man of the Year. Like it might still be like.
And in this instance, it wasn't.
That's funny, but just I was trying to think of like a funny I couldn't think of anything, so like maybe we can just organically come up with it. But yeah, I was trying to think of like when you said that we were gonna go through like we'll pick some stuff like best movie, best like I don't know why I sort of did that. But
yeah, that was funny. Okay, do that more.
I'm Eric. Like I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, funny to me. Eric gave me a what the hell was that for?
But I was trying to think of like an offensive thing to be like, okay, like best like beating or something, but I couldn't think of anything funny. Like,
how about like the most, like everyone's getting attacked for dumb things, for like things that aren't a big deal. So, most dumbest thing.
That's like not really a big deal.
And I would say for me, it's what just happened when LeBron posted like,
oh yeah,
I'm getting Jewish money, everything kosher, and then these stupid ass Jew bags.
Hey, I don't like the Jews either.
Which like because I agree with like what he said, but didn't he say that he thought it was like a compliment? Like it sounds like a compliment.
Here's a real quick 20-second. Here's why it's an issue.
Like,
I feel
it's saying like Jewish people are great with money. Like that seems like a good thing. I feel
the issue would be if an NFL owner or coach did this, they would be like, "Oh my God, that's the most offensive. Like he should get fired."
Yeah.
And LeBron does it, and it's like it's clearly not a big deal at all.
Move closer.
It's clearly not a big deal at all, either way.
He moved closer and started to talk louder.
I know, it wasn't for your volume. You were just drifting away.
Oh, sorry.
He was like, that was funny.
I agree with you that there'd be the same outrage, but it wouldn't be fair for them either. Like, it'd be bullshit for an owner, too.
It just seems so dumb. Like, I'm trying to, like, insert, like, other, like, not bad stereotypes in there, and it just, like, doesn't seem like it's that big of an issue.
No, but, you can't have your owner... it's a weird 2018 issue, and I'm not offended, LeBron. You're good. It's okay.
Oh, are those people just talking outside?
Yeah.
I forget sometimes in the city that you're just, like, right next to people
I thought
walking.
We were higher
right
up,
there.
though. Aren't we on the third floor?
Yeah, but you can hear people, like, really clearly.
I mean, plus those bitches were loud. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Just LeBron.
Yeah.
You just, maybe just open up a bagel shop and sell LeBagel, and I'll buy it, and it'll be awesome.
But I think that's the most, not a big deal thing that people make.
Well,
LeBagel with cleaved cheese. You like that? Cleaved cheese.
I got another nomination.
Okay.
Kevin Hart being removed as the Oscars host.
Did you read the tweets? They're pretty bad.
It's great. He hasn't read the tweets. This is awesome.
You're a fucking idiot. You're going off of no facts. Did you read
this
the
is
tweets?
This is how
they
stuff,
were old tweets.
This is how stuff spreads.
They
This
were
is how
no.
propaganda spreads.
No,
read
we
the
have the
headline.
counter already. Okay.
Did you read the tweets?
No, I didn't read the tweets.
Okay, the tweets were bad. He was like, this guy looks like a fucking faggot. Like it was not just like this guy's gay. It was like offensive, bad stuff.
Okay, real quick things. First of all, it was already out before he was asked to be the host.
Right.
They could have looked at all his tweets and with a basic search. If
Yeah,
I'm hosting,
that's a fair point.
If I'm a big ceremony, I'm researching everybody. And it's not like he just did it on like a Tiger Woods where it's happening right now where he's on drugs beating his wife. Not a great year 2011 for Tiger Woods.
You would have no reason to look into it though until someone
you would because all this stuff happens all the time.
Shockingly good year for Tiger this year, though. Like, he's been winning a lot, placing a lot more. Had the big Phil Mickelson heads-up match that was pretty entertaining, even though he lost. It was a good match, though.
Definitely most improved golfer of the year.
Yeah, see?
So, there you go, Tiger. But then I forget who it was. I think it was Nick Cannon or something. Tweeted that, like, Amy Schumer made anti-gay jokes of something similar. And Sarah Silverman did. And just what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean,
the comedian made some jokes that were like,
they weren't. Yeah, so when I read them though, they weren't really jokes. They were just like bashing gay people. There wasn't like a punchline. You know what I mean?
But Steve will tell you, Kevin Hart's jokes don't have punchlines. They're not good jokes. Steve's been on.
They are good jokes.
No, Steve's been on. Kevin Hart's a terrible comedian.
Kevin Hart's not a great actor, but he's a pretty good comedian.
I've always said that I enjoy stand-up more. Yeah, I've always said that I enjoy stand-up more than. I just think he like overacts a lot, like Jim Carrey. You know what I mean? It's like
Jim Carrey's hilarious.
No, like I enjoy Jim Carrey in small doses, which is how I enjoy Kevin Hart. I like them both in small doses. Like I couldn't go Carrey every day.
I forget if I told this on the podcast or not, so I'll be quick. My Kevin Hart theory is if he's with a big black actor, he is hilarious. He is A+. Whenever he's with The Rock in Jumanji, or he was in some cop movie with Ice Cube, another big black guy, it sort of puts him in his place. So Kevin Hart will say
that he's not like the main black guy.
No, so he'll say something hilarious, and then The Rock or Ice Cube will tell him to shut up, and then he'll listen because they can kill him if he doesn't listen. But he needs to have that guy to keep him in his place, and then he can be appreciated as the great Kevin Hart, which I feel he is.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You're saying that he needs to. You're saying you like submissive Kevin Hart.
Love him. Can't get enough of him. Would pay to see him.
I think he's just winning. I think he's a stand-up comedian, which he's good at, and he's just winning the game of like transferring that to being in movies. But also, he's done stand-up too.
Yeah.
During the same time, he hasn't just sold out and been like, okay, I'm doing movies. And then, dude, I could care less. Like, if my true passion is stand-up, I could go do a million movies that are awful and just really not care.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm taking care of my family.
Plus, his movies are good.
They're not that good.
You guys are talking
I'm sure
about.
he really.
I mean,
Jumanji's fantastic.
I don't dislike Kevin Hart. Like I said, it's like same as like Jim Carrey with me. It's like I need them in doses.
He was in 40-Year-Old Verge.
Yeah, he was great.
Bit part.
That was great. See, small dose.
Like the small
perfect.
dose.
Yeah, perfect. Loved it. Yeah.
I like him, but those tweets, Sorosky, if you go back and read them, they were pretty bad. So
I'm sure in my worst moment, I've said something similar about the fags.
Oh my god, dude! Why would you say that?
Joke.
Dude, it wasn't even. It wasn't funny though, really. I mean, the only reason it's funny is because that was
so bad.
That was such bad judgment.
That's exactly. That's like literally why I was laughing.
It's funny.
He goes, it was a joke. Yeah. So that's what his tweets were like. They didn't really have a punchline. It was just.
Yeah, you guys seem to like that.
Yeah. Oh god, Sorosky.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of another I heard a story of somebody had to issue an apology because they literally wrote an article about a zoo and they called one of the sea otters thick with two C with
and then they called her an absolute unit.
Yeah, an absolute unit. Which is just jokes for big.
And they apologized.
They literally apologized for saying
body shaming the sea lions.
Sea otter.
Sea otters.
Yeah. See, that's just all in good fun.
That's so funny though.
That's Sorosky. A good one. That could win too.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. But I don't know, the LeBron stuff. It's hard to measure because mine might be dumber, but the LeBron thing is just
LeBron's potentially.
Yeah, it's just so big because it's LeBron. Yeah, and it's just so dumb.
He's not going to lose any sponsors, but if he theoretically loses all the sponsors, that's millions and billions of, I don't know. He might be a billionaire.
Who was saying it though? It was just a local zoo or something, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
So LeBron has a much more
I mean, it was big enough for me to like read it on the internet.
Like LeBron literally has people who are paid to make sure he doesn't do stuff like that and watch out for his image and everything.
Yeah, so someone gave him the head nod on that tweet, probably.
No, well, I don't know. Maybe he controls that on his own. But then, like, this local zoo is just like some kid in college who's an intern doing their Twitter. So
yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. So wait, are we voting on those three? Are we like all gonna like suggest something and then like vote?
That's good. I vote the Seattle because that was ridiculous, more than the LeBron thing.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb to apologize for that. I guess like you're literally calling us like the sea otter doesn't even know what you said, and we'll never know. That's pretty dumb.
Yeah, dude, that reminds me. Did you see the PETA thing? I don't have it on me, but there was stuff where they didn't like how phrases were mad at animals. So instead of like beat a dead horse, it would be like beat a brown. So like something that's not so. Like,
they're suggesting to change it because it's offensive to say beat it like a dead horse.
Right, and they had like 5 of them, and they're like, please stop with these phrases
and say these instead.
And they're all ridiculous.
Oh, I want to start saying those though.
Okay, do you want me to look it up? And
how long do you think this will take?
I mean, it'll take 40 seconds.
Okay.
I think it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna take more than 40. Here, hold on. Let me just get this popping.
If it's more than 40, that would be pretty annoying. But I do want to hear what the phrases are. That sounds funny.
All right, so I'm gonna pretend it was 11:20 because it was 11:25.
Oh, my Google is like still loading on my phone. How is it? Okay.
Interesting. But it was sick for like because okay, so I guess mine wins regardless because if we both vote for it. It's sick for like movies. I guess there was like I mean, maybe you guys have seen it or heard about it. I really haven't heard any buzz about it, but Maria said that there was like a ton of buzz about it. Bird Box.
I've heard some buzz about it.
I've heard good and bad.
I watched it last night.
And?
I thought it was really good.
Okay. I heard it was long but good.
Super long, dude. It was like 2.5 hours long.
Okay. All right, Sorosky, I've had it for 20 seconds. I just wanted to see how long it would take you.
Oh, you've had it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you do
it? Just to be clear, I'm on his Wi-Fi, so I have no advantage there.
This is great.
You're slowing down my Wi-Fi.
5 phrases you can't say anymore, according to PETA. So one is... Wait. Oh, beat it like a dead horse. Wait. Oh, no, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Defensive to birds.
Right, so to say feed 2 birds with 1
What if... No, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say completely different. Like, what if one of them was just like, you can't, like, fuck a fox to death? And you're like, yeah. Like, why would you, like, why is it
never said that.
Why is that a thing we even would need to say? Like, of course change that
one. All right. Feed 2 birds with 1 scone instead of kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, they're trying to do, like, a little play on words, actually.
I mean, that is a pretty offensive, like, literally, I'm trying to kill the most birds I can with the least number of
Here's the thing, though, PETA. The point is, I don't think it'd be hard to feed 1 scone to 2 birds. I feel like they'd be pretty willing. The whole point of the phrase is it's really hard to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Also,
right, like if you imagine how big a scone is, it's like bigger. It's like the size of 2 birds.
Yeah, like you could feed you
could feed 5 birds with 1 scone.
Yeah, like it completely defeats the purpose of the phrase. I'm not down with that one, PETA.
Who wrote this? The scone industry? Like we never talked about scones so much on the podcast.
They were like. I know scones have been bad, but you'll see. It's going to be a great year for scones. We got PETA shouting us out.
Instead of...
They're going to be feeding birds all over. Sorry.
Instead of saying, be the guinea pig, be the test tube.
Oh, I get it. Like, you're trying to... I mean, so that would make sense, though.
Fine.
Like, okay, that actually makes sense. The scone one doesn't make sense still.
But being the test tube is still a little bit like being a guinea pig is. Everyone clearly knows what you're talking about.
Like literally. Sorry, I keep going back to it. It's just such an absurd difference. Like change you're basically saying like feed a steak to 2 dogs. Like that would be incredibly easy. Might be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah. The two dogs drop a steak, they both eat it. Goes fantastic.
But killing a dog or killing 2 dogs with 1 steak. I don't even know if that's possible.
Maybe if it's a bad steak, you feed it to them, they both get sick and die.
Wow. Revolutionary.
What else are you gonna do?
All right, instead of beat a dead horse, feed a fed horse.
But
which you know what?
Actually, that does make sense.
Why would you feed? Fine. But why would you? They'd be so full.
Exactly.
That's
the point.
That's what. Dude.
Feed a fed horse?
Yeah, that's the point. That's what you're not.
Wow.
Like
that's
beat
a good one.
Yeah, like beat a dead horse. You don't need to do it. It's already dead.
Right.
Yeah. It's like you get it. That's why the first one's so ridiculous because it makes no sense.
It's a little too feed and fed are a little too similar, but it's a good one.
Look, I don't mean to feed a fed horse here. I'm gonna say that.
I'm gonna start saying that too. It's progressive, you know. Like
progressive.
people will be like, okay, like feed a fed horse. All right. All right. I feel like you wouldn't get the same recognition for saying be the test tube.
No, people be like, I don't understand what you're saying.
Eric, I have a challenge for you. I want you to do that at work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw it in an email.
Email
If
stuff.
I throw an email, I can bring a screenshot.
Yeah.
I'll try to do it live. Like I sometimes record my calls too. So.
Yeah,
Wow.
that'd be sick.
Like,
I
honestly,
guarantee
guys,
somebody says something after he says it.
And the challenge for me is like if I do it on a higher stakes, like the higher the stakes call,
the sicker
I
it
beat
is.
the challenge more.
If it's you and Trump, you can just kill us.
Here's the problem though. There is the possible. I'm throwing a little doubt in his head, so we can maybe win the chance.
Yeah, smart.
There is the chance that like someone's like, "Oh, what an idiot!" Like that's not the phrase.
Ooh.
And if I swiftly correct them, I get to stay in your apartment.
Here's the issue. The issue is, what if they don't say that, but they think that? So then they're just like, whenever they talk about you behind your back.
Yeah, what if they're like water cooler giggling about like, did you hear Eric say like feed a fed horse instead of beat a dead horse? You'd have to like maybe shout out PETA.
No,
so they know.
They're the ones that aren't progressive. I'm progressive.
Shit. Yeah, you're right. It's the perfect paradox.
You have to do something though. You can't have that.
I don't care.
No, it's fine. I was just like mostly kidding. Like that was like 2% chance. I was just trying to.
I'm being serious.
It's definitely possible, but I mean.
Okay, you're gonna risk it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be too concerned with that. I go crazy.
Good.
You know.
That's true.
Good. That's what a sane person would say, theoretically.
We're good.
That was crazy.
All right, Sorosky's gonna love this one.
Okay.
Instead of bring home the bacon.
Bring home the bagels.
Bring home the bagels.
Bring home the bagels.
That one,
baby.
Well, of course you like that one.
That one's great. And Steve literally brought home the bagels minutes ago.
Yeah, I did bring them pretty awesome Christmas gifts. Not
so,
gonna lie.
Steve's the only one who brought us Christmas gifts. We didn't bring any for Steve. Steve's trying to make a late push for ANP Man of the Year.
Well, to be fair, and I don't think this makes me sound any better. This might make me sound worse. I only got a gift because Sorosky got me one. But then I was like, I can't not bring Eric something.
Wow.
Sorosky got Steve a gift, and I just figured I'd handle all podcast expenses so you guys.
That's
plus part of the
fair.
A big consideration was I stayed at his house for a couple months.
I figured that's why you sent the gift.
Oh, my gift.
Oh, okay.
Plus, luckily, also, this is annoying me just by the logistics of it. I decide on like December 8th, I'll send him a gift. It's coming December 10th. On December 9th, a different friend sends him a Christmas present. And like we're talking about it in conversation. So it seems like to the unobservant eye that I would have saw someone else get Steve a present and then get him a present.
Right.
But in truth, I independently got him a present.
It was independent. Like the intentions.
It looks like clearly like I was like, oh, I should get Steve a present. Someone else did.
Well, he might not love he would love the idea of what you. Do you like board games?
I love board games.
Oh, dude, he's gonna love what you got me then.
Yeah, he's gonna be mad.
Dude, I like strategy and like thinking board games, not luck board games.
You might actually be annoyed at the gift that he got me.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
He got me Monopoly themed Fortnite.
Monopoly themed Fortnite?
Or whatever, yeah, whatever. I wanted to say the Monopoly first and not spoil the Fortnite, but yeah, it was a little backwards. It's Monopoly and the theme is Fortnite.
Why'd you get it for him?
I mean, I play Fortnite, so
he's awful with Fortnite.
I am not.
So
I'm not
he's
good.
gonna be better at
Monopoly
Fortnite.
Maybe he'll be like, oh,
I'm pretty good at Monopoly.
This is the most valuable piece. I didn't know that.
Monopoly's easy.
Oh, let me apply this to the game.
Exactly, then he'll improve.
Monopoly sucks now that everyone like when I was a kid and like people didn't know how to play Monopoly, it was awesome, and now everybody knows how to play Monopoly, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's like
there was only a couple kids that knew to like get all the property and shit. Everyone else was like obsessed with money. Like, why wouldn't you be? We're like kids. Like, you want to just get like big piles of money.
Do you want Marvin Gardens? Kids like 320. No,
yeah, I'll keep the 320. That's
they're
like
like
64 game.
I was like literally like laughing. Like I was like, these kids are idiots. And then now everybody knows how to play.
I like there was Risk obviously, and they released Risk 2 right after. So the same game except for just your country strategies a little bit. You can't just I'll take over Australia and move up. Now you got a little bit different board, even though it's the same board. because it's still a world.
Yeah.
But proud of those guys in 2002.
Speaking of risk-themed jokes, it's geography-based. I made a joke today, and I'm not sure if my cousin got it, but I was like, I should get recognition for this joke. She was talking about her neighbors that are Polish, like super Polish, and she was just saying that they brought over a couple gifts, and she said that one time they brought over candy, and then they were like, oh, like this is probably like some Polish candy, but they looked at the bag and it was German candy, and they were like, oh, that's weird. And I was like, I guess Germany's candy's invading too. And then it was just like, I'm not sure if anybody got it, and I was just like, that's a smart joke.
Yeah, it's smart, but it's like, I didn't laugh. It's.
Well, it's not like I'm not saying like.
Can you say it one more time?
It's a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Can you say it one more time?
They were expecting, they got candy from Polish neighbors, and they were expecting it to be Polish candy, but it was German candy.
Okay.
So I was just saying like, oh, I guess the candy like was invading Poland's candy.
Similar to in World War II.
When like Germany invaded Poland in like World War II.
Okay.
It's like I made like a candy-based like.
It's clever. Not denying it's
clever.
I didn't say I should have. I didn't mean I should have got recognition in a. I said it's a smart joke, and I feel like that's like a Colbert joke.
I was about to say Stephen Colbert as well. Yeah.
Like, should I send it to him?
We'll probably make it be funnier and then send it to him.
Yeah, he will make it funnier.
Yeah. I think it's like 80% of the way there.
Yeah.
And there's like 20% missing to just make it shine.
The part that makes you laugh is the 20% we're off.
What about storming the beaches of Norcandy? Candy? 5%?
No, that's just clever for the sake of being clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I went for the cheap like sitcom filler.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of myself.
All right. So, anyways, the last one here is instead of take the bull by the horns, take the flower by the thorns, which I have a problem with.
Big
problem. I'll let you guys go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Why would you take the flower by the thorns? That's another one.
Your hands would be instantly bleeding.
Like, I want to talk about the first one again. Two birds, one stone. No, but that's the same.
Same idea.
Yeah, like why would you grab the flower by the thorns?
Because you grab a bull by the horns to have more control, right? So you're like taking over the situation and you're taking ownership of it. Just bleeding out because you're grabbing.
Because you're grabbing like an idiot.
It's not smart.
In the worst place to grab a rose possible.
Plus, somehow, if I'm a dumb kid.
Worst place to
you couldn't grab a rose any worse place than the thorns.
How about the stem? It's convenient.
Even grabbing it from the petals would be better than grabbing it from the fucking thorns.
Plus, how many dumb kids are going to be like, I should grab flowers by the thorns? Just hearing the phrase.
Yeah.
And just, not a smart second grader, but, bottom 50% second grader. He's going to go outside and grab some thorns.
So, yeah. So that's one category for the most outrageous offensive thing of the year.
So Pete is in the worst group of the year.
So yeah. What should we do a movie? I don't think
we should do movie of the year.
I don't think I was gonna nominate Bird Box, but it was really good. I'm trying to think.
Wow,
of what else.
It's like nominee worthy.
No, I'm not.
Well, I mean, like I'm trying to think of like great movies that I've seen this year.
Did Get Out come this year?
I'd say movies we each nominate 2.
Oh, I need to see. I don't even remember.
Okay, let's just give him 40 seconds or more.
Well, that's like his new like thing.
Okay, I have to look up some lists.
I'll
see.
Okay, this is unprofessional. I'll fill the air time.
Okay.
I'll give you my 2 that I would nominate.
Wow, you're ready to go?
Wow.
Yeah, I prepared. I knew we were recording today. I had my notes ready.
Wow.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't know we were gonna do movie of the
Steve said it in the group text that we were gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, shame on him for not coming with lots of notes.
All right.
Okay.
Sorosky.
All right. I'm gonna just say it might not be my favorite movie of all time, but I think it had a big cultural impact, and I was very surprised at how much I didn't hate it and actually enjoyed A Star Is Born.
Okay.
As a movie.
Okay.
That's my nominee, and then I'll put another one out there. I guess this was 2018. It seems longer than that, but it came up under 2018. Annihilation.
That movie was sick for sure.
Hot movie.
That movie was sick for sure. I mean, you were never gonna like do Infinity War or Black Panther.
No,
that's not E.
No.
Even though he specifically asked for his Christmas present that I gave him this year.
Yeah, that was weird.
Which is, what did you got there?
Steve got me 2 Spider-Man pens. They're like surprisingly nice pens with Spider-Man pictures all over them. And the joke is I don't like.
Oh, I liked Quiet Place. Will probably be one of mine. That was like one of my favorite horror movies I've seen in a while.
I could see people nominating that.
I wish
that's one that definitely gets nominated, but definitely doesn't win.
I wish I saw the Black Klansman because I heard that was really good and I haven't seen it yet.
I have the book.
Let's see.
I have
Searching was sick too.
Searching was good.
Searching was
good. It was good. I was glad you told me to see it, but I wasn't blown away. Ocean's 8, okay.
My 2 would probably be Quiet Place and Hereditary, which are both...
I haven't seen Hereditary yet.
Yeah, which are both horror and which I both loved.
Sorosky?
I have one for sure, and it is Blockers.
Oh, Blockers was good.
That movie was really funny, actually. I was so surprised at how good that was.
Yeah. Me too.
And so many people... I think I just assume new comedies coming out are going to be kind of like dumb. But when they're good, it's so good.
Dude, to like a quick, Maria and I watched that again the other day, and I don't know if you remember this scene, but when they're, trying to invade the party to look for their daughters, and then Cena's got his, shirt tucked into his cargo pants, and then they're like, untuck your fucking shirt. You look like a fucking, cop. And then they get stopped at the front door, and the guy's like, no parents here. And then John Cena goes, dude, we're not parents. Look at my untucked shirt.
Yeah, that's...
He's like, can't you see my untucked shirt? Or however he said it. I feel like he's doing a pretty good job transitioning too, like The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot
Transformers
of stuff
got insane reviews. It got 95 or something. They're saying it's the best Transformers movie ever.
A lot of people wrestling's a bunch of thinking on your feet, being quick improv.
Yeah, just for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Movies.
Yeah. And it seems funny too. He just seems very similar to how The Rock trans. But what was your other one? Sorry, did you?
No, yeah, the other one I just nominated would be Black Panther. On the list, it was the only other movie that was all right, it's kind of good.
All right.
Good, not great. Probably shouldn't win. I have to nominate 2.
So votes. Well, we're all just gonna vote for our own movie, aren't we?
Yeah, but I'll let you guys decide because my opinion matters. Those are pretty much the only 2 movies I saw.
I think I'm really voting for Quiet Place, even though you said it never was gonna. I thought it was a really good movie.
Was Get Out this year or last year? Get Out was last year. Okay, can't
so okay, sorry. Go ahead and vote. I mean, we're obviously not gonna have a winner. We're just gonna. This is gonna be a tougher one.
It's a draw. I got Bradley Cooper.
I'll go. Blockers.
I wish I had seen that though, because I might have voted for that. My cousin said it was awesome. Everyone I've talked to said it was awesome. I want to see it.
So we'll come back next year and let you guys know.
Yeah, we'll follow up. Yeah, right.
Yeah. yeah. We'll let you guys know for sure.
Do you want to transition to TV show of the year?
Yeah, sure.
TV show of the year, my vote is just a clear runaway. Nothing even close, which is Ozark Season 2.
Never saw Ozark yet.
Wow.
Oh, shit. No, never mind. No, it's not. Wow, that's sick. I just remembered.
Okay, that's funny.
No. I just remembered. What's the show on HBO?
Westworld?
No, Sharp Objects.
Sharp Objects.
I'm voting Sharp Objects.
What's Sharp Objects?
It's Amy Adams. It's a 6-part. It was, I think, from a book.
Yeah, she something with I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going those 2 though.
Oh, I
really liked that house, the Haunted on Hill House on Haunt Hill or whatever that was on Netflix.
Never watched it. I heard it was really good.
That was really, really good. I think that was something that honestly lived up to the hype. I just started The Handmaid's Tale now, so I'm only on episode 1.
That thing was nominated for 1 million awards.
Yeah, episode 1 was super intriguing, and I literally have only watched the pilot though, so I wish I had watched more. But
based on the pilot,
it's very good pilot, and there's nothing like it. It's just a very unique storyline. It's just very unique. It's different from everything else I've ever seen.
Do you think I'd hate it because there's no iPhones, or is it that good?
I mean, like I said, I've only seen Maria's on almost at the end of season 2. She loves it.
Hey Maria, please take over the review. Oh, she's not here.
But I mean, I think you would probably like it. I thought the first episode was good. I'm trying to think of another.
Westworld, was that this year? I think that was this year. I think.
I feel like there was something else that I'm like Teen Mom OG, obviously.
I'd vote Westworld. That's my vote.
I mean, probably. I liked Hill House a lot. I thought that was really good. And like, I'm just always gonna favor horror. That's like more like I'm a huge horror comedy guy, so that's gonna. I want to nominate like South Park, even though I think it's hilarious. Dude, I was gonna bring up South Park when we were talking about the first thing. My cousin and I were talking about this on Christmas. So in a world where like everyone gets like crucified for every offensive thing they say, I'm like, sorry, Christians. Like that's like can't say that anymore.
You're the offensive one in this episode.
How do Trey Parker and Matt Stone like never get in trouble for anything? Like even their play talks about like raping babies, and it won like 6 Tonys. Like it is crazy to me.
I think when you're expected to be that person, though, it's okay.
When
you're supposed to be a regular role model, it's not okay.
But look at like things like Kathy Griffin though, with like the cutting off Donald Trump's head. Like she's like a liberal comedian, so you would expect that, and that's like. It just seems like no matter what they do, like nobody like.
I think it's because they've been doing it since like 1998,
and literally like
it's like your racist grandma. Okay. You can't say that, but what you just have to say we're sorry.
It just blows my mind, literally, and they do it like at the peak time to not do it because they don't give a fuck. And it like literally when like transgender like rights and issues were like a huge thing like a few years ago when it first started to become big. Like they did they literally made fun of like Kris Jenner so hard for being transgender.
Yeah,
like while it was going on.
Yeah.
Like how is nobody saying anything?
I think it also matters. How funny it is, like how much how much you're forgiven. The Kathy Griffin thing or whatever.
Yeah, it was probably just not
that
funny. Yeah,
but like those concepts are really funny.
And South Park, it is true. Like one of the main defenses that came up when we were talking about it was they literally rip on 100% of people.
No one's safe.
No one's safe.
Point.
So
that
like,
is another good point.
How could you get offended if literally like they're literally going after everybody? Like they're treating everyone equal, going after everyone.
They're the most equal rights of anyone because everyone gets.
They're what we should aspire to be from a society perspective.
And I do think a big thing is just because of how rich they both are. Like I'm pretty sure their net worth combined is like $1 billion now at this point.
Crazy.
And it's like when you're like a small time comedian that like has no like probably push like that, like they have some say and shit. Like if they're combined billionaires, like they have some fucking like that they have some fucking influence on like what goes on Comedy Central, like for sure.
And people lower might get kicked off or like they'll say we don't want to promote this, but they can just do whatever they want because they could get signed to any network.
Like I remember a story with what's his name?
Trey Parker, Matt Stone.
No, the one comedian that I love them. Anthony Jeselnik. That's just like super fucking cutthroat. And you ever? I love him, yeah, he's so great. Do you remember that joke he had about like his like TV show where he had the shark party thing?
Yeah.
Like the gist of the joke. Do you know this? The gist of the joke is, I think it was on Comedy Central. He had a show on Comedy Central, and he had this thing called, like, a shark party, where he was, like, waiting for, like, someone to get, like, attacked by a shark or something in, like, real life. And then they were just gonna have, like, a party, like, for, like, hey, there was a shark attack, like, party. And, like, his family was, like, pissed, right? Isn't that what happened? Yeah. And then everyone from the country was, like, sending in death threats to him, and... But just, like, he got, like, so much, like, shit for that. And it's just, like, didn't seem like that big of a deal compared to, like, what they do, like, all the time.
Well, he had, like, pictures of the guy who died, and they were, like, having a party. It was pretty bad.
Yeah,
it never aired. It never aired.
Pretty funny, but probably crossed the line.
Super funny.
Yeah.
You don't the picture.
Super funny. Good. Yeah. He's the best. But, yeah, so, what's another thing we could do for... What's like something that we could like actually vote on and like maybe agree on?
Let me go over. I heard a commercial the other day, and I was just like, "This is the most ridiculous commercial I'll explain it to you," and then so this is commercial of the year. You guys can think of a commercial.
How does he keep like?
He keeps drifting away.
Yeah, how do you keep drifting? Like I want to like. Don't you want to like put a leash on him or something and like?
What? Don't put a leash on me.
Alright, so...
Alright, give me one... I have to look up the commercial. Hold on.
He just, like, always needs, like...
this is so...
You can't just, like... Transition is, like, key for... Like, you gotta keep him entertained, Sorosky.
People can listen to any podcast they want.
Any
podcast. Choose us.
And this is because of what I'm about to give them.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of GoPuff?
Yes, I love GoPuff.
Okay, well, their commercial is the stupidest commercial.
Wait, what's GoPuff?
Dude, it's like delivery of Walgreens.
Yeah,
basically they have a big warehouse. Genius idea. Super pissed I didn't start it. But they just have a big warehouse It's basically like a convenience store, and then they deliver it to you.
But it's like anything. It's not like pharmacy stuff. It's just like anything in a.
Not pharmacy. But just
I will give you some examples from the commercial. But so the scene is there's a stoner chick on the couch with her two friends who are boys, and they're playing video games. She says, "I'm gonna order some stuff from GoPuff. What do you want?" And so the scenario is just like random people acting naturally. This is what they say in rapid succession: sour Skittles, bagel bites, Sprite, Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos, Lay's chips, Sour Patch Kids, a Kit Kat, Pepsi.
How many times do you think he rewound it to like make sure he got all that in?
A couple. Okay.
You think so? Like, how many times did you rewind it?
What's your guys' guess?
You like
5?
I was gonna say 4.
It would probably 7 or 8. Because the whole commercial is 26 seconds.
Right.
They go so fast. You have to make sure. Some of them
said rapid succession.
I liked that.
Some of them were.
I like that he said that.
They did Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos. You got to rewind a couple times and make sure.
It's like Migos in this commercial.
You got to make sure.
Doritos and Cheetos and Fritos.
So, like, first of all, no one wants all that stuff at once.
I mean, how many people were there?
There was 3 people total.
That's not that many snacks for 3 people. They're stoned. You named off like 8 snacks for like 3 people. It's not like crazy.
Plus, you don't have to. They're not all Jewish. They don't have to finish everything.
Yeah,
they just want
some of the snacks are small. Like he said, a Kit Kat, sour Skittles. Those are like that's 25% of snacks gone.
Let me tell you,
immediately.
A Kit Kat is my second point. No one orders a Kit Kat. No one's like, I'll have 1 Kit Kat.
Well, no one ever orders Kit Kats.
Yeah,
I like
that was the only.
You purchase Kit Kats?
Well, Maria always like buys candy and brings it home, and she buys Kit Kats a lot. So I eat Kit Kats like regularly. It's a hot.
I skip it even on Halloween candy.
It's a hot
Kit Kat growing up was my favorite.
People think
then I realized I was a dumb child.
People think I'm weird because I don't like break them off. I just like eat it like a chocolate bar.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, it's super
Here's
weird.
my thing though. I don't like getting chocolate on my fingers, so I just like eat it with like the wrapper, and I just like eat it like a chocolate bar.
Yeah, you're a crazy person. I understand your justification.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're doing.
Like I've never been like, oh man, I have way too much chocolate on my finger from this Kit Kat that I just ate.
Well, I don't want to like get chocolate on my fingers and then like have to go like wash them or like I don't want to like lick my dirty.
As long
face.
as it's not like warm and your fingers aren't sweating, it's not gonna melt.
No, for a 4-piece cat.
Yeah, for a 4-piece.
You're telling me you can't No.
I can.
You're telling me
Kit Kats don't melt that much.
Call GoPuff right now. And I love that. I mean, I thought it was a decent joke, but he loved that.
They will be here in 10 to 15 minutes.
I guarantee you can't eat a 4-stick cat without
no.
If you're starting from start, if you're holding chocolate, there's no way.
So I'm taking the whole thing out, putting it in my hand.
And you can't you can't Joey Chestnut it just to like.
No, I don't think I'd have chocolate on my fingers.
Yeah, I agree with Eric.
The body heat makes a little bit moist, and all you need is a little.
There's a good casing. They know people have to get through all 4 breaks.
It's not an M&M though.
It's not an M&M. You're right. It is.
But
soft.
it is strong. It's strong casing.
It's strong casing.
Yeah, it's Kit Kat. It's like a crunch. It's like
Yeah.
That's the inside.
No, but it's a strong casing.
Yeah, I can't defend it.
The outside isn't crunch.
I'm not a candy scientist, okay? A Kit Kat candy bar of the year, I guess, because we have to give some awards.
Yeah, that's funny.
But apparently that's a good service. I should check it out.
Yeah, GoPuff's great.
Well, that commercial cracked me up, though. And the other funny part of the commercial is the chick's on her phone.
Wait, is that it? That's the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was just that people don't order that many snacks?
No, that it was just so funny. There's such potheads on the couch. Just like, you ordered 3 different kinds of chips.
And it's just called Go Puff, so that's like awesome.
I love how their whole brand is that, and they just don't care.
It's so awesome.
And it just
everybody's. Sorry, guys.
No, just like the pizza bagels were like already cooked when they got there. Obviously, that doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
And that would be incredible. I would pay so much if that could be a thing.
It just reminds me of that like one South Park where have you ever seen the South Park where they make they're trying to make like the Kickstarter, like the Kickstarter website to start a business, and they're just trying to think of like a cool name, and like to get like donations or whatever. So then they end up. Have you seen that one before?
I don't think so.
So then something happens with like the Washington Redskins, like NFL team, where they get like sued for it being offensive. So they have to like drop the copyright on it.
Oh, so they
so then the boys take the like Washington Redskins because it's like name recognition. You know what I mean? So, you never seen that one before?
I think vaguely. I saw it at like someone's house or something now.
But so they literally are like trying to make this Kickstarter just for no reason, just to get money for like not doing anything, just for like having a sweet name and like name recognition. And they're like interviewing people on like why they donated, and like the one kid is just like this like little like stoner kid with like pimples on his face, and he's like I donated $5 because like they don't do anything, and I don't know, I think it's pretty sweet. It's just like that's exactly what would happen. You know what I mean? Like it's so. But yeah, like they don't give a fuck. They're just going for it, and they're just like, we'll go for the stoner base. Like,
all right.
Fucking.
Gets me on this topic. Bagel bites are incredible.
Yeah.
I get it. I can't.
Only if you make them in the oven, though.
I can in the microwave. It's fine too.
I mean, I'll do it in the microwave. I'll do it in the. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just
but
like,
just time. Like I want a bagel bite. I don't want to wait 20 minutes. I longer.
Yeah.
I want it in 2 minutes.
That's why the microwave's an option.
Yeah, but is there any better home frozen snack than bagel bites? I can't think of any.
I mean, frozen pizza is better.
But
than
that's
bagel
a whole item. That's not like a snack.
You mean a snack?
Just like a frozen snack. I mean, I'm a pretty big fan of like frozen like taquitos.
That's strong.
Yeah.
I still go. I personally go bagel bites. That's.
Do pierogies count, or is that an entree?
The puffs are good too. The little pizza puffs.
Yeah, I would think. Would you eat it for a meal? And if yes, it's.
I kind of would. Is like
so then
I would eat bagel bites as a meal though. Like if you got like just a big ass fucking thing.
When's the last time you had bagel bites as a meal?
Like, I don't think that long ago.
It was in 2018.
Yeah, for sure. I've had bagel bites in 2018
as a meal. You're like, for my dinner today, I will go take bagel bites out of the freezer, and that'll be my main.
Also, just like a stuffed pretzel, I feel like it's better.
Stuffed pretzel is great.
Yeah.
Corn dogs.
I don't like corn dogs personally. I think they're kind of gross.
I like them, but I wouldn't put them above a good soft pretzel, like a cheese stuffed.
Yeah, it's strong.
Yeah, I probably honestly go with pizza puffs, not the bagels, the puffs.
Maybe it's the Jew in me that puts it over the top.
Bagel.
Because just
the bagel part,
like just in my like you guys have some good nominations, but I'm personally
go with the bagel.
If I have the unlimited freezer, bagel bites, but the pretzel would get some run. Pretzel is
those are like my two main. I feel like I was taquitos and soft pretzels were like the two main ones that I had like growing up. I think like snack wise.
Yeah, I made a lot of my fair share of bagel bites.
Taquitos, man, we would always get that gigantic box of like 50 or like 100 like just like rolled like steak taquitos, just microwave like 3 or 4 or something. Perfect.
Yeah, it was great. My parents had bagel bites when I went to college. I had bagel bites. Big Mr. Bagel Bites.
Your parents, you guys all probably love bagels so much.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. You guys probably
bagels are good.
I mean, I do love bagels. That's like
saying, oh, you guys all probably love pizza. Like, yeah, everyone loves pizza.
Yeah.
Bagels are good.
But it's just like, you guys just love them. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's an incredible food.
Like, but they, like, just Jewish people just really love them, though.
They do.
You know? It's like...
I can't... It just...
Explain yourself.
It's like... I've read that there's a rumor that there's a stereotype that black people like chicken. I don't know.
What is this?
I'm not going to confirm or deny it. But it's out there. And chicken's great.
That's
like,
a Dave Chappelle joke.
Yeah.
He's like, who doesn't like watermelon chicken?
Yeah, or he's on the plane and the flight attendant guessed that he wanted the chicken, and he was like, "Oh, how did she know?"
Oh yeah, it's
it's stand up from DC, and I don't know, just like great. Like bagels are awesome. I love them. That's all I can say. Everything's my favorite.
Yeah, I knew it. They didn't have everything when I got you your present.
Yeah, everything too messy.
I like everything.
I like them too messy.
I'm all over the place. I feel like I consistently eat like plain everything. Like cinnamon raisin, blueberry. I'm all over the place.
I don't understand how you have a problem with Kit Kats, but you don't have a problem with everything bagels.
What do you mean?
Everything bagels it's so messy, it gets everywhere.
Well,
but no, it doesn't get like on you.
Yeah, it doesn't get like on you.
You get a couple sesame seeds.
You get some. You get a couple seeds. Then you just brush them off.
Yeah.
You know what the best is? If you've never had it, blueberry bagel, strawberry cream cheese.
Never had that. I never go fruit based.
Just trust me, one time.
I never go fruit based.
Yeah, going fruit based is as a big bagel guy. Don't really go. I've gone.
Trust me.
Sure.
I've eaten thousands of bagels. So I had one strawberry or blueberry. Okay, fine. I know I'm going in and there's only one left. I'll eat it.
I'll make that first choice.
I'll make the perfect argument for how logically you have to try a blueberry bagel with strawberry cream cheese.
Okay.
I changed your life when I told you, trust me. Toast the bagel. Don't put the cream cheese on. And then just put the cream cheese on one bite at a time.
That's actually from this podcast.
Yeah.
And now that same hero is taking you again and saying, hey, trust me one more time in this bagel journey.
Here's the thing that would have been helpful. You did buy me bagels today. If you would have bought me the correct flavor.
I mean, I can have Maria vouch that I said, like, see if they have everything bagels. He likes everything.
I believe you.
But you should have gotten blueberry bagels.
Yeah, and strawberry cream cheese.
They didn't actually have cream cheese at the store today.
Ah. Okay, so a pass.
Your Taylor Swift present was bought before today, but the bagels were purchased today for freshness.
Smart.
Yes.
I was going to ask, actually, at one point.
Yeah, you're like...
But I figured.
Don't worry, they expire January 26th. Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Yeah, I can relax.
You have a month to eat those.
Yeah.
Like,
I can have like a quarter of a bagel a day.
I'm sure you could even have a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, what else you guys got?
I was going to do album of the year.
Okay.
Which, when I was looking through, it's like, there's a lot of albums that were supposed to be album of the year, and then they weren't.
Yeah, like, I know that, like, you're not going to vote for Trav.
Astroworld was not album of the year.
Yeah, I know you weren't going to vote for that. I know you're not going to vote for... Can I just say the thing that I know you're not voting for it? I know you're not going to give Carter 5 album of the year.
Carter 7. Carter 5, yeah. No, not going to give it album of the year, and I think... It was good. Should have been album of the year. Had potential. Was not album of the year.
I know you're not going to give I Am, I Was album of the year.
21 Savage is... it doesn't get album of the year. It's very good, though.
I asked him before. That's how I know.
It's very good.
I'm trying to think. I think that's all...
You know I'm not going to give Kamikaze album of the year.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Maybe...
I have no idea what half of these things are. I mean, I know they're albums.
I'm trying to think. Could he maybe give it to Ye?
Ye could have been. It was not. It was not album of the year. Ye was not album of the year, and should have been. KOD by J. Cole. Another thing that I thought could have been album of the year. Not album of the year. And Scorpion definitely could have been album of the year. Was not album of the year.
No.
And I'm just saying, like, these were all, compared to the hype, slightly a disappointment.
I'm interested in who you say now.
For album of the year?
Yeah.
Swimming.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, for sure. Remember when you and Nick were doubting me?
Yeah, I do.
I just want to throw that out there. They were both dropping the same day, Astroworld and Swimming, and we were talking about it, and I was like, Swimming's going to be better, and then Nick and Eric were like, no chance. Like...
Yeah, Astroworld was good, but it did not live up. It had just so much hype.
Plus, it kind of sucks, because, like, I hate the timing, like... You can't say, like, Swimming is the best album without having it seem like you're just saying that because of, like, he died.
Oh, no, it definitely is.
It's just, like, the timing sucks. But, like, it really should be, like, best album.
And it's the only one I keep going back to. I don't go back to Carter and listen to it now. I don't really go back to Astroworld that much or KOD. Scorpion, there's a couple songs. Ye, there's a couple songs.
We got tickets to Trav, though. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
So yeah, that's album of the year.
Yeah.
Sorosky, your album of the year?
I'm just gonna defer this category.
And you agree with
Swimming,
me.
For sure, yeah. Hell yeah. I was like, dude, you know what's sick about that too? Like, if I had to vote on which album I was most excited about, like, before it came out, it was that one too. So it's just like, how sick is it when you're, like, super excited for an album, and then it's just like, it's the worst when you get an album and you're just like, this fucking sucks.
So, overall, not a great year for music. I looked up...
That's what I thought about Quavo. That album came out, and I was just like, that's trash.
Really? There's a couple good.
I mean, I know we talked about it. Like, I don't think the whole album was trash, but like overall, like, I feel like it was way worse than like it probably should have been.
Yeah. So 2016 had, to put in perspective how bad this year was for music. 2016 had Coloring Book, Life of Pablo, Birds in the Trap, Say McKnight, Views, For Your Eyes Only, Slime Season 3.
This is 2016?
All that was just 2016.
That's a hot year.
Yeah. 2018, not so hot.
That's a fucking hot year, dude. You don't like Ski Mask the Slump God as much as I do either.
No, I don't.
It's okay. It's okay. Of some of these guys, you don't see it as early as I do, but I know sometimes you'll come around.
You'll catch up.
Foot Fungus is hard as fuck.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard that one, so we'll see.
What?
Oh, I mean, I probably heard it because I listened to the whole album, but I'll go back.
Oh my god.
All right, so should we do Man of the Year now?
Yeah, for sure.
Unless anyone else has any more
I have
categories.
You know what's nice?
Or Commercial of the Year. Does anyone have any Commercials of the Year?
I just have the GoPuff one.
Commercials of the Year. I mean, fuck. I'm trying to think.
It's hard to remember all of them.
I know, I see so many fucking commercials.
We can come back to this one later.
Yeah.
We can come back to it.
All right, I can do a quick appetizer, and then we can do Man of the Year.
Quick what?
Appetizer.
Okay.
Tizer?
Yeah, quick tizer.
Okay.
Video game of the year.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's not even a question.
Yeah, I know. Eric's.
I mean, it's Fortnite no matter what you play.
It's Fortnite.
It's Fortnite?
It for sure.
Red Dead had really good reviews, but it's Fortnite.
And the highest selling game of all time or whatever stat.
Yeah, just no matter what you play, you're like,
Fortnite.
it's just Fortnite no matter what.
It's Fortnite?
Yeah, for
It
sure.
was a little quick of an appetizer than I wanted it to be.
Yeah, it's like when you order an app and it comes out and you're like, I thought it was going to be bigger. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
like, that's like 4 bites.
Yeah.
Well,
there's like
that was
4
it.
of us. We each get like one of these.
Yeah, like, jeez. Like, how it's supposed to be done.
So, Fortnite Game of the Year. Moving on.
Speaking of small appetizers, I went out to dinner with the whole squad was in, like, over Christmas. And so we were getting apps for, like, a whole table. It was, like, 30 of us.
Okay.
And we're like, okay, we'll get this. We'll get the breadsticks. And then there's one called Giant Crab Cake for $8.95. And we're like, okay, we're going to get apps for everyone. Like, we're ordering for the whole table, right? Okay,
Right.
we're going to get 4 of the nachos. We're going to get 2 of the crab cakes. And the first thing she says is, okay, well, just so you know, it's 1 crab cake and it's not that big. And it's called the Giant Crab Cake.
In her defense,
Like, just call it the crab cake.
In her defense, she just works there. She's just doing her job 100%.
Oh, no,
glad
for
she
sure.
told us.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
She told us.
How many did you end up getting?
We didn't get any crab cakes because we were like, this isn't going to be an efficient...
I mean, you should have got 1 just to see.
But not everyone would have gotten crab cake then.
What you could do is just be like, give how many like crab cakes you think would be good for like 30.
And she would have said like
30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would have been like, yeah, we're not
I imagine the crab cake was probably the size that you guys got at dinner when we went.
Yeah, as an app.
That's probably like the size it was. The
Probably
crab cake
not
that you guys
smaller,
got.
because they'd be decent for an app.
But they do throw the word giant in there.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, that's so fun. It's like, just change it. You're literally like, it says giant. Like, you're like, I'll have the giant crab cake. And she's like, okay, just so you know, though, it's not giant.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Well, it's funny because I'm sure they put a giant on there because more people would order it now. But they're going to find out it's not giant when it comes out in 10 minutes.
Like, I'll have the burger. Like, oh, just so you know, it's like chicken. It's not a burger. Okay, well, it's weird. Can't you just put chicken on the menu? You guys got anything else? Oh yeah, Man of the Year. Well, I feel super not pressured because I don't think I should win anything. So
yeah, we agree.
This is like a big load off my shoulders.
I think it's closer than that. I think it's the closest year we've had.
Yeah, I don't know. Overall, it's definitely.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I don't think I did enough. Like, I'm having like a good year for me. Like, I won the WSOP ring.
Won the WSOP ring.
Got 3rd in another one.
How many people?
Where I lost Queen Stays.
How many people have WSOP online rings on the planet?
Great question.
On the planet.
I mean, a lot.
WSOP online rings.
Oh, yeah. I was the first one ever.
But so how many total? 20?
Yeah,
60?
15.
Either way, I think that's just a big milestone.
Yeah, for sure. That was huge for me.
In terms of rare there's a lot of lawyers. There's only 15 WSOP online bracelet winners right now.
Ring.
I
keep correcting him all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm never going to get it right. So.
But yeah, and technically I did win the first ever online one, so that's kind of dope. And I could say that the WSOP circuit is halfway over this year, and we're right at the, like I said, halfway point. Top 50, you get that like 10K buy-in that I was saying, and I'm number 38 nationally right now for like points.
But
so,
and out of how many people are ranked?
I mean hundreds are ranked.
That's what I'm saying.
But, yeah,
but also your friend who won the tournament isn't ranked, so it's not like
it's not an easy thing.
No, it's an accomplishment, but it's not like a...
No, it's not like you don't have to be good to be ranked. Like you can just be like a fish on a heater and like cash deep in a couple of things.
Some people are off the list. Like if you win the tournament, you're not ranked anymore.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. There's other ways to qualify.
Gotcha.
So like there's like 14 people that have like qualified like already that are like not in the top 50.
Right. Okay.
But still an accomplishment.
But any random personal accomplishments? Because I included some of those in my case.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know.
Because that might be the tiebreaker because we all
had good I want to hear yours and then be able to.
I mean,
come back because that's kind of a tough.
Nothing that like sticks out where it's like, oh, that was like an awesome I mean, my year's just been pretty consistently like poker, Maria, dogs like the whole year.
You haven't gotten a new dog, lived in the same place.
I mean, we got a new dog. I think it's been about a year, so I'm trying to remember if it was this year.
It might. I think it was early 2018.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Yeah.
Like responsible for another life.
Yeah. I'm
Is the dog happy? Is the dog happy?
For sure. Absolutely.
The dog does need Steve's help. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and not to like brag about myself and Maria, but we think that we provide little Kevin. We provide Kevin.
He prefers Kevin
with a great with a great home. There's something a little off with Kevin. He's not really a normal dog. We're not sure.
I was trying to throw that card. Like,
no, but it's true.
My kid's a retard. Oh.
That's just as
you're being offensive.
Yeah, that's just as bad as the. But no, Sorosky can attest. Like, and obviously it is harder to take care of a dog like that. Like for sure.
Right.
Like the dog, we've had the dog for a year, and it still is just like strange, scared of everything, like, and just seems a little off in certain instances.
Requires extra care.
Yeah, and I think taking care of
extra stress.
Yeah, taking care of him is more difficult, I think, than taking care of a dog that doesn't have as many issues as Kevin does. So it is more difficult to take care of him. And I think that we feel good about being able to give him like a nice home where he might just be getting passed around from like person to person.
Right.
So
I
guess that would be like
pretty
that's
big.
Strong.
That's strong. Yeah.
That would be.
It makes up for the
plus,
PETA,
people love
PETA
animals.
Show.
You know, people love animals. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just trying to feed a fed horse. You know what I mean? That was so funny when he like didn't get it at first. He's like, "Why would you feed a fed horse?" And we're like,
these PETA people are curveballs.
But like I said, it's been pretty consistent. Just dogs, Maria, poker. So there's not like besides like those things. There hasn't been some like
you beat Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I mean, there hasn't been some, but obviously getting the ring and then being nationally ranked is good right now for halfway over with the season, and so yeah, I mean it's been good. But my argument with just like I think you guys had better years than me, and I think that like previously I won most improved because I was at such a shitty point and like got into a really good spot where I was like not in that bad of a spot, and I got better, but it's not like as exponential as it was. And just in general, I think you guys had like bigger years than me so far.
Like, well argued. Strong.
Yeah,
points.
All right, so Sorosky, let's do your recap.
Okay.
Damn, he's saving the best for last, huh?
No.
Look at him smirking.
Okay, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna crush these people. So, beginning of the year, I did not have a home. We are recording this in my home, in my apartment. I have a home. So I have an address.
That's a big change. Huge. That's a big change.
People can send me a letter, and I will read it. No one's actually done that, but
or will.
I will say one thing about your home though is your buzzer outside. When you go to Sorosky's name and you type it in to dial his apartment, he cannot buzz you in. It like rings his doorbell to let him know that I'm here.
It comes up on my phone.
It comes up on his phone. He can't talk to me.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So I just ring it, and then he still has to come down 3 flights of stairs to let me in, and it doesn't work as a buzzing system. So just know that about his place.
Just know that.
Again, I didn't build the place. I don't work here.
You chose it.
I did choose it. That's true.
All right, so what else did you do?
I was very prestigious co-best man at the Matt Verboon Zoe Moore wedding.
I like the shout outs.
I gave a great speech. People loved it. We'll go about it in detail in a different episode.
Giving speeches is tough. That's big.
And
that's huge.
And it was we'll go into detail later.
Real speeches, yeah.
It was not. I didn't even have. I had some support in the audience, not as much as I would have liked. Some of my friends were locked out and were feet away in a different bar.
Right.
But if only they could get in and give me a boost. Didn't have it. Still crushed it.
Yeah.
Became a lawyer. Have a job working at a law firm.
It's weird that not everybody was present for such an important speech, you know?
It was just a rehearsal. People were off doing their own thing.
Not the bride and groom.
That's another disclaimer is that, yeah.
And the parents.
He spoke at the rehearsal dinner.
Now. This is...
I mean, you knew we were going to say something.
Yeah, no, this is a different...
Okay.
Which is going to have equally, likewise, response from you, too. I've been reading considerably more percentage-wise this year.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. On our last podcast last year, Sorosky said he was going to read a book a month or a book a week.
A book a week.
He said he's going to read a book
a week?
Yeah, he said, and then we said, no, you're not. And he said, yes, I am. So please follow up with the progress on your book reading in 2018.
Well, again, percentage-wise, hundreds of percent, thousands of percent above 2017.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I have a guess. Should we make guesses?
I guess he read 3 books.
I was going to say 7.
5.
Hey, split the difference.
There you go. So, I guarantee you next year...
52 books.
Yeah, in retrospect,
5.
A little high.
Yeah.
A little high.
So your goal for next year now?
8 books?
10, okay. Doubling down.
Double down.
5 books is really good. I mean, the percentage of the population that reads 5 books is very small.
I started 2 and I didn't finish either.
The other, so many, I'm like halfway through Ruth Bader Ginsburg's biography. I gotta get working on it before,
The movie?
I was gonna say, okay. I wish her a speedy recovery. She's in the hospital. I was trying to be...
There's a movie coming out about it.
Yeah, great. I just wanted to be...
And Kate McKinnon does a really good... She does. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, she's good. But there's so many books I'm partially done. So already I'm at a huge head start for the 10 needed next year. Nice. You know what? I'll do 12, one a month.
That shouldn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count for this year.
I don't know if I like this. Because it
has to count at some point.
What, that he read partial books?
Yeah.
I think it counts.
When year completed has to be.
Yeah, I think it counts.
And obviously you could cheat. I couldn't read all of Harry Potter.
That's my problem with it.
I mean, I have integrity. I'm not gonna.
But I'm saying theoretically, just theoretically, you could read for the next 20 years. You could stop every book on the last page.
I understand. Why would I do that? I wouldn't want to know.
And
how
then 1 year you could be like, finished 15,000 books this year.
Right. It's just not gonna happen though.
Right.
It's not gonna.
Plus, I want to know how it ends.
Yeah.
I'll read it.
Yeah. So 5 books. That's huge.
Yeah. Thank you.
But still. Fell very short compared to your goal.
You didn't even get 10% mark.
But no, 5 books is a lot.
And it was a big improvement from the year before.
Huge.
I feel like you should I just give you the crown now?
No. I think that's a really... I mean, you became a lawyer. You got your own place. Yeah. And you read 5 books.
Not
that's a fucking
co-best man.
I don't really think that's a big part of your argument just because you're not even best man. Also, you spoke at the rehearsal dinner, but the other points are really
prepping
good.
him for the wedding.
Are you done making your points?
Unless Eric has something.
He hasn't even said that he became a lawyer yet.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even hear you say that.
Yeah, became a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and listen to the tape.
Okay. I bought a PS4. I don't know what else.
Not to brag, but I want to go back to myself really quick. 2 years ago, I read 0 books, and this year I started 2. So just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
For
what percentage have you completed them?
like I read this one right here, the Neil deGrasse Tyson one that you have.
Oh, nice.
15 to 20% of it, so like a fifth.
And that's a dense book.
Yeah, that's why it's only 15 to 20%. I read it very slowly.
There were some tough nights reading that book.
And then the other one was it was like this true story of like it was like a mystery of these people got like trapped in between like in mountains or something, and all their bodies were found, and they weren't sure if they went like crazy or
and there's
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's
again,
like an unsolved mystery.
Yeah, again maybe like 10 to 15%
still unsolved because he's only 15.
Yeah,
I know.
In chapter 4, it's like clearly explained.
I know one of the main theories that I heard of like what happened. Like just like where they said that they think they went crazy because like where they were there was like bad like circulation of air, like there was like they were in parts where like oxygen wasn't like, and they just kind of all went crazy because like they weren't getting like enough oxygen and shit, and they just started doing weird shit.
Real quick before Eric interjects, I will say, as someone who's trying to read more, this Netflix stuff, it's killing me. Of just I'm reading about Planet Earth. I can just watch the Planet Earth on a documentary.
Yeah, I would much rather watch things than read things. That's why I don't read.
I think podcasts and documentaries can be included in that. Like you can learn a lot from them. So I think that can be included in that sort of category.
Yeah, because I would have a few more based on random podcast. I'm not counting them. It's done. But I've listened to.
But you've done other educational like things to better yourself with podcasts, and not just like dumb funny stuff. Right. Which is important.
Right, and a lot of dumb funny stuff.
A lot of dumb funny stuff too.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I'll call this one. My favorite podcast is
Absolutely Nothing.
Absolutely Nothing podcast.
Your second favorite podcast.
Yeah. I can't even think of the name. It's with Joe House on The Ringer about food, and they interview like some sick food critic every week. And they just talk about like food stories and like new kinds of chips. It's an awesome podcast. House, The Ringer, food. Google it. Boom. Tell them we sent you. They'll be like, "Who sent you?"
All right, let's hear your spiel.
I don't have much of a spiel. Just the big highlights. Like moved into a new apartment this year.
Really nice apartment.
Yeah.
So going from like the bachelor pad, it's a lot clean. My place is a lot cleaner.
Yeah,
now.
the roommates is a little bit different.
All my furniture matches.
There's like bowls with like pine cones and shit.
There's like little shit like that.
Or there would be marijuana bowls in the old house. Like trip over one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
like I think that's how I got hurt.
Not that could take away from your apartment, but pine cones is
sophisticated.
Pine cone,
stuff like that.
That's a good sign if you live with pine cones.
And then the only
Eric's like, I'm living with one pine cone. I'm like, what does that even mean?
Got promoted.
Congratulations.
Had the promotion.
Big.
In like defense of this not being a big deal, I also had that the year previous, and the year previous too. So like.
But also, it's still Elon Musk. Like I'm CEO of another company. It's still impressive.
Right.
Yeah. Back-to-back promotions.
So. And this one I'd say it was bigger than the other one. So this was like a big one.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But my personal one is and Steve knows this because Steve's the same way, but I was pretty much like really afraid of flying at the beginning of the year. And I still do like have Xanax whenever I fly. And it was pretty bad. And I have to fly for work a lot, so that's like not good.
And also just in 2019, like the year it is, you're gonna fly
even more probably.
Right, just someone's wedding, someone's this, someone's vacation.
You're just getting promoted. You just have places to go, probably.
Ignoring that, just you can fly a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Promoted.
So, had at this point, so it was like obviously trying to like work on that, and like did stuff to work on it, and had a week where I had like 4 flights within like 5 days.
Oh my god!
And just basically just like had to get over it. Yeah. And I feel like now like I'll still have Xanax with me, but I'm pretty much over it. And if I have like maybe a couple more quick flights, like I'm good.
Nice.
So I'm like 90% of the way like good to go.
That's crazy. It's my cousin has.
Until that first flight with turbulence, and then it just sets you back.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
No, it's just
that's what always happens to me. I'll feel a little bit better.
But I've had in those 4 flights, there were some rough ones.
That's a good sign then too.
Yeah, it's funny. My cousin, he can't do flights. It's such a struggle, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
Just go on it. you're gonna be fine.
And I know people don't love drugs, but Xanax is honestly
it does help. Yeah,
unbelievable.
It's the only time I take it.
Me too. It's unbelievable.
I take edibles.
Or it's Valium.
I take edibles sometimes, but it's something where if I don't have them, I'll still be just fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
But I'm stuck on a plane in a box. I'm listening to music and podcasts. Might as well be high.
Exactly.
If there's two options of. But yeah, no, that's such a weird. Even though I do every time I'm on like the little, whatever you call it, like tarmac, I'm a little worried. I'm like, this could be it. This could be my last time my feet are on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like, okay, like I'm just on the flight and then I get off because it's safer than driving. I understand.
I actually do have another thing that I just thought of.
Okay.
Maria and I got a new car. That's something.
That's big.
Yeah.
And that's probably
literally
first big purchase,
for sure.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And it's a nice car.
It is a nice car too.
Been in it.
And it's a Toyota, so
it's a nice. New
I think I've driven it, so that's how you know.
Yeah.
That's how you know Steve Maria really needed me to do a favor one day.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, that's strong.
So here's my argument why I wouldn't be Man of the Year. Basically.
I just want to point out that the two, modest people argued against themselves as well.
Let's hear them out.
While the one Jewish colleague.
So here, you kind of argued against yourself as well. Here's how I argue against myself. And then Sorosky can do the same.
I was going to say, thank God there's not a most humble award, because I would not get that one.
Well, that goes into Man of the Year, so we'll see what you have to say after this. But here's why I'm not.
Okay.
So after getting promoted, here's a good analogy.
I feel like I got fired. We're like, okay, well, that's pretty bigger.
All right, so immediately after. All right, so
abuse my power.
Here's what it feels like. Imagine being like #1 draft pick on Alabama, right? Because you get to the point by being like really good at what you're doing.
Right.
So like being #1 draft pick, winning a college championship, and then you get drafted, and you get drafted to like a team that's not so great because
Cleveland Browns,
because they have the #1 draft pick, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like I have a bad team or I went to a bad team. I'm just saying you're going from a championship team into a new team,
right? For sure.
So you have that, and then you go from college where the speed of the game is different to the pros. So then you look at like I know there's some first year quarterbacks that do well, but for the most part,
Mahomes.
Yeah. Well, he's second year quarterback.
First start, yeah.
But no, second year. But so imagine like first year. You're
Baker.
just getting
Roethlisberger.
You're just getting blindsided. You're just getting like hit by linebackers just way harder than you ever got hit.
For sure.
And even if you go to a different team and you finish the season at 500, that'd be success. But like you're not going to just go to the Super Bowl in most cases your first year like that.
Right.
So that's how I feel like I'm like halfway through the season, and then like maybe 3-3, 4-3, something like that. But it's like you're getting hit a lot harder. So even though you got signed for millions of dollars and like people are telling you congratulations and like your life's supposedly that much better and greater, you're just getting slammed all the time. Now the media's attacking you where they weren't attacking you before.
Yeah, more pressure.
So like that's part of why it doesn't feel like a Man of the Year, even though like from the outside people may see it that way.
Quick counter though, when you get drafted, it's like your favorite movie Spider-Man says. With great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
You're drafted and have a lot of responsibility because that's what you have to do.
Right.
And so you know it wasn't going to be easy. You didn't think you were going to come in and give stiff arms and, get to be benched week 12 because we're 12-0. And I can just sleep for a month and then come back and play in the playoffs.
Right.
You knew it was going to be a little bit harder.
But
it's not a easy, convenient 12-month and then it's better. You're thinking more big picture than you
thinking more big picture. But when you're the Alabama number, like you're not even used to losing it all.
Poor guy, you're just waking up and you're just waking up. Just 3-4, I can't do it.
So
that's my argument against me. What about you?
Yeah, do you have arguments against yourself? You're like, no, I'm great.
Let's see.
Should win both.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue against myself. That's an interesting strategy you guys did. I'm gonna keep my faults to myself. I don't want you guys to vote against me if I tell you why.
I mean, but I'm not. But I don't know. I feel like The same with Eric. It's like I almost feel like I won the ring, but I don't even feel like it was that good of a year. I was like, it was like it was like
I'll do this.
But I feel similar in a way where I'm just like, okay, like it's like it was like a smaller tournament, even though it was still a ring. And it's like I don't feel like it's this big like.
I'm a new lawyer. I don't know what I'm doing. I just do what my bosses tell me to do.
Like, you hearing this?
Yeah. Are you serious?
You serious, bro? That's fucked up.
I like after when I go in front of judges, I'm like, don't ask me hard questions. Just like ask me my name.
How about this? How nervous are you in the courtroom 1 to 10? I know we talked about this before, but let's follow up.
On the first day, I was like an 8 or 9.
If you go in tomorrow to do a motion or whatever.
A lot depends. Overall, probably like a 6 out of 10.
You're just like, he's like, if you go tomorrow, you're like emotion, you're like, oh, Eric.
Do a motion in my sleep.
But there's stuff where like, if I know about the case, the motion is easy. But if I don't know about the case, the same motion is impossible.
Yeah.
But sometimes I go in front of a judge and I literally do nothing.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. I'm like, so that obviously I'm not stressed about that. But sometimes
do you know that those are the times, or is it like
ish? Because there was once I was told you don't have to do anything, and I ended up having to argue the whole thing.
The vice versa would be great though.
Yeah.
If you went in thinking you had to argue, and then they were like, you don't have to say anything.
But now I'm like a dog who is like, you know how sometimes like if it was eating like being as a puppy when it was eating food, he's like freaking out about eating food in the future.
Yeah.
So they're like, you go in, you don't have to do anything. I'm like, okay, let me just read up the whole case just to make sure.
Yeah.
And then I actually like don't have to do anything. So it's sort of.
That's funny.
I mean, probably a good thing long term. So like I know a little bit more about what's going on, but. And that's like similarly to you, as you'll be getting more W's and not 4 and 3. I think my work will be comparable in terms of, he's not a bad lawyer. Oh, he knows some stuff.
Right.
In time.
I mean, but like, I feel like it's our like I don't know. I already know that who's gonna win, right? Because you can't like. Are we just gonna vote right now?
Let's vote. Yeah.
Because like you can't vote for yourself, obviously. Like I'll vote for you. I vote most improved for you, and then I vote man of the year for you.
I vote most improved Sorosky, man of the year Sorosky.
So I vote most improved Steve, man of the year Eric.
Oh man, 3 years in a row. Thanks guys. Thanks guys.
Why do we do it? I swear it's always we made the podcast.
Thanks for voting for me. You're like, I had to. I can't. No, actually, you could. Wait, did you give me most improved?
Yeah.
You gave me most improved?
Yeah.
I think you deserve to vote for most improved.
That was nice. I did win a ring. I did win a.
You deserve to vote for most improved.
Coach.
My poker goal has always been to win like the most like mainly awards, but the most mainly like WSOP. I want bracelets, rings. So getting that first ring did.
It's just a mentality thing too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I do believe. Yeah, I don't think it was a sweep away for most improved.
All right.
So,
I'll take a vote.
Yeah. And
so Sorosky most improved.
Congratulations.
Feels good.
Feels good.
And ANP Man of the Year 2018.
We just
the pterodactyl.
We have a statue. It says 2016, 2017, 2018.
2019 question mark?
Yeah.
Do you have any short speech as most improved?
I would just like to continue improving. And I know I improved a lot last year, and I would like to continue improving. I would like to repeat and improve even more.
How about you?
And I have a great team. Thank you, ANP, Steve and Eric.
Any speech words here for the ANP Man of the Year 2018?
I would just like to say thank you to the board.
We're the board.
Yep. So thank you to the board. And going into 2019, I would just say that 2018 was the toughest race and the toughest competition I've ever had for this. So I feel like I really need to step my game up in 2019.
A little bit of a backhanded compliment if you think about it.
Dude, plus the
How's that backhanded?
We were the only competition total.
Dude, plus I just thought about this. Sorry, I don't know if you're done. So kind of how you had overlay with your books that you haven't finished. I have overlay with like technically the new year starting soon, and I'm like nationally ranked still going forward. So like if I get into that tournament and I like do it, like that's all stuff for like 2019.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's sick. Like
so I feel like 2019 I'm really gonna have to
you gotta bring up. Yeah, you gotta bring it, E.
Like I'm coming in plus 150 for 2019.
I'm coming in hot on 2019.
Which is a steal, by the way. It's based on.
Yeah, who set this? Who set this line?
I'm coming in hot on 2019 for sure.
So All right. I guess we can wrap. It's one of our longest steps.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half.
Congratulations to the champ. Eric
Congratulations.
Little pterodactyl.
That's actually better than some of his other sound and just sound effects in general.
Yeah.
Like his best one is like the rim shot, like the No.
That was pretty good the way you did it.
Wabaching.
Yeah, he would say wabaching. He would say wabachang. He would go wabachang.
Like I knew I wasn't doing an accurate rim shot.
I don't know. It's like I know that, but like we should like not give him credit for that. Just really like make him think that like.
I know that's not what a rim shot sounds like. You wouldn't be confused if on the street.
How about your helicopter?
I know it's not. I can't even.
Do a helicopter and then I'll end the recording.
Why is he doing like a crank gun?
That's like moving the circle.
Oh, you're pedaling the helicopter.
No, just like, you gotta get the.
It's like this.
Yeah. And that's just how it gets started.
yeah.
All right. Talk to you soon, guys.